the work we have taken on. Bless the new council's policy of easing trade.
Of course, few pilgrims actually know how to read. A drawing is worth 1,000 indecipherable squiggly lines from the illiterate audience. So the shop boasts quite a few etching and rubbing contractions. It was hard at first, but now that capital is flowing from the Bailiff vaults, my husband has re-established a small team of copyists. Mostly tourist stuff for the pilgrims, but pays the bills.
I will not be able to make it tomorrow. We are going to visit my uncle's friend near his meat. Apparently, he's a fine dyer. And our sources here are barely able to keep up with our needs.
My mic was off. So let's do this again. Hello, all you Wookiee warriors. How's it going?
My husband is quite fond of him and control him the business. I am sure.
Let me get all set up here.
Never a moment's peace since the inn reopened. I only wish we had been this busy when the stores were about. Then we would have kept our sons here with us. But we are finding life bearable at sea. We are actually short of staff. If you know anyone good in either kitchen or stable, Mustafa will soon need a new waiter for the dining area too. That uncouth kitchen fellow is not working out.
Indeed, it seems everyone wants drawings. Drawings of Hagia Sophia, drawings of Ayub Sultan, maps of the city or of routes south for the Hajj. My husband is mercenary enough to copy this, though his dreams are far more poetic.
There was a time we could not get an order a month. Now we will need to find new apprentices to help in the shop. See, some of the finest. As is my husband's skill at working it, so I am not surprised.
I will bring my recipe to the mosque tomorrow. You will see, it is really not very complicated. Especially now, the spice merchant has reopened. Everything you need is a stone's throw away.
All signed and sealed. So, last time, we had got ourselves the legendary armor. And didn't really care for the mask.
I certainly prefer this to the way those Byzantines ran things, though.
We had progressed in the story, went to a island where the Templars were to get the last key, only to find out that our friend's uncle, who is to be Sultan, is head of the Templar Order, and found out about Sophia, and we are now making sure that Sophia is okay. Oh, and we also upgraded our armor to the maximum armor you can get. Definitely a battle happened. Yusuf. Poor Yusuf.
You have earned your rest, brother. Requiescat in pace.
Brothers, sisters, the whole city rises against us, while Yusuf's murderer waits and watches from the arsenal, laughing. Fight with me, and show him what it means to cross the assassins.
Oh, he's pissed.
Can't see him anymore.
Not bad for an old man.
I see him. Then
You have been a thorn in my side long enough, Zan. You're double at the game. But far near no ground.
Where is she?
Such fury.
Where is she?
If you think you are in a position to negotiate, kill me and be done with it. I am sorry it had to come to this. Two men who should be friends, quarreling over the keys to a library. We both strive for the same end, Ezio. Only our methods differ. Do you not see that? Peace, stability, a world where men live without fear. People desire the truth, yes. But even when they have it, they refuse to look. How do we fight this kind of ignorance?
Liberty can be messy, Ahmed, but it is priceless.
Of course. And when things fall apart, and the lights of civilization dim, Ezio Auditore can stand above the darkness and say proudly, I stayed true to my creed. I will open that library, and I will find the Grand Temple. And with the power that is hidden there, I will destroy the superstitions that keep men divided.
Not in this life, Ahmed.
Bring the seals to Galata Tower when you are ready. Do this, and Sophia will be spared. My brother's army will be here soon, Ezio. After that, everything changes.
How long have you been here?
long enough. I had Ahmed killed as soon as he returned. But I never expected to hear all this.
And what do you think?
He is a sincere man. But this Templar fantasy of his is dangerous. It flies in the face of reality. The world is a tapestry of many colors and patterns. A just leader would celebrate this, not seek to unravel it.
He fears the disorder that comes from difference.
That is why we make laws to live by. A qanun that applies to all in equal measure.
Them! Stand back!
Hold, soldier! This man is not our enemy.
What a challenge it would be to have a son like you.
You are not dead yet, old friend. Ezio, spare my uncle if you can.
Would your father?
No.
Ooh. Now best get our notoriety back down. My dagger looks almost like a short sword. Jeez.
No ill will, the quality of our stitching is unmatched.
What about that cloak?
Seems familiar. So familiar. Time to go visit my uncle.
No, I don't want to die.
the life from them. Christos ki apostolos.
Yes, very nice.
What?
At his age! Wow!
Good show. Almost stay away from me. Hear the call. Hear the pain.
Alright. Alrighty is out.
Who's that over there? Yes, got it. Got it.
Oh, look at it.
Do the well to innocent bystanders. How long before you... Harika! Losing him!
I have nothing to do with it.
Let's spread out!
God protect me.
I am not involved! Please! Now we have you!
Please, protect me.
Fuck you there!
Innocent! I'm innocent! Nothing wrong!
Come on. There we go. I don't even know why you guys were looking or running after me.
You there! With the hood! You there! Hold on! Oh, my God!
And I had minority all down. All I wanted to do was get on a ship.
He must be completely insane.
Not completely, no. think we're getting close to the end of this game. Then we'll probably do the Lost Files, which is an additional 2-3 hours told.
Mentor?
Now should be a time for remembrance and mourning, I know. But our enemies do not permit us that luxury. Yusuf thought highly of you, assassin. And I find no reason to second-guess this judgment. Do you have it in your heart to lead these men and women, and to maintain the dignity of our order, as Yusuf did with such passion?
It would be an honor.
Bene, I am glad. Our enemy is close. Take positions around the tower, and wait for my command.
Very close to ending everything. Very close to the end of everything. Hey, XS Useless, how's it going?
Trust in the care I can provide, good people.
Oh, I have to climb. So much climbing. I know this sounds good as parkour.
Where is she?
I admire you, Ezio. But your bloodlust makes it hard to call you a friend.
Bloodlust. A strange insult from the man who ordered an attack on his own nephew.
He was to be kidnapped, Ezio, not killed.
I see. Kidnapped by the Byzantines, so that his uncle could rescue him and be heralded a hero.
More or less. Now, the keys.
First, the girl.
She's all yours.
Sophia!
Tell your men to back off. She's all yours.
Classic bag bag trope.
Get down, now!
The fact he's able to scale this in 2 minutes is impressive.
Dannazione!
Teşekkürler efendim. Çok teşekkürler.
Not some, well, trap, but classic bad guy move.
Are you hurt?
Not hurt, but very confused.
I did not mean to drag you into this. I'm sorry.
You're not responsible for the actions of other men.
All this will be over soon, but I need to recover what they have taken.
I do not understand what is happening, Ezio. Who are these men?
Run!
That's a very long story. Which I guess we're gonna tell you now. I mean, she kind of deserves it. It's time, baby. Kill 20 guards.
We are close. Keep steady.
Ah, good old chariot
Come
chase.
to see me off.
Not exactly. The music's overshadowing the sound effects. I've just realized this. Glitch, yeah. The sound effects are way overpowering this thing.
Hang on, Sophia!
Look out!
Paragliding! Woohoo!
Are you hurt,
Ezio
Sophia?
invented paragliding.
So,
Hold on!
obviously.
How is the horse able to steer while Sophia's not on the is not driving? Oh, unless Sophia is driving. What a crisis. Okay, now so no, the horse is driving itself. To go paragliding. I mean, not in like a city standpoint. That'd be kind of crazy.
Steel yourself, Sophia! More soldiers!
Gotta try throwing an enemy. That's kind of glitchy. I'm surprised no one has tried to pop his parachute yet. Like shoot at it. When you think about it, you shoot the parachute, I have nowhere to go. I'm lost.
Out in the road! What are you doing?
surprised the parachute can. I'm surprised the parachute can 2 people without hesitation. Oh, carry 2 people? Yeah, that's a little bit weird. You wouldn't think the parachute, well, I mean, modern day parachutes can hold 2 people. Yeah, so I guess it really depends on what material is being used and I guess the weight. Owie.
Incompetent children! Where did you learn to fight?
We're about to witness that fall.
Ezio, look!
When did a thorn in my side?
Ah, go, Ezio, I'm fine.
No more paragliding. It was a badass moment. We're coming in kind of hot. Oh, that's gonna hurt in the morning. Oh, look at that, the massive keys land right next to me.
So what now, Ezio? How does this end?
I am wondering that myself.
He did try to kill Sophia.
Oh! Soldiers! Selim is not your master! You serve the Sultan! You carry out his command alone! Where is he? Where is the Sultan?
He stands before you, brother. Father made his choice.
Selim! Stop! Please!
Talk about family.
So, you are the assassin. Ezio Auditore. I am Selim, Suleiman's father. He speaks quite highly of you.
He is a remarkable
Oh,
boy with a magnificent mind.
Were it not for his endorsement, I would have you killed where you stand. Leave this place. Do not return.
Oh, that's...
You did the right thing, Ezio. This is not your fight.
But where does one end and the next begin?
It would have been cool if we saw Ezio doing parkour through a piece of large objects falling. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Well, I'm not surprised that we're cast out of Constantinople. I mean, if you think about it, we did cause a lot of trouble.
Bill, good to see you. Listen, we've got a customs officer waiting to talk to everyone.
I hope you have something for us.
Absolutely. Passports and papers for everyone.
Ah, brilliant. So I'm what? A neurosurgeon now, am I?
You're a medical team from SUNY Upstate. Just back from Rome with your patient. Experimental gene therapy.
Good work. Let's get this over with.
Wait, look. This is crazy.
What's wrong?
I'm not sure, but Desmond's brain is lighting up like a string of firecrackers.
At least you didn't say Christmas trees. Firecrackers, so much cooler sounding though. Stranger person we never get to see.
Here it comes.
What is that? What's going on?
This is the end, Desmond. Scheduled for deletion.
What are you doing?
What is a man but the sum of his memories? We are the stories we live, the tales we tell ourselves.
Don't do this.
I'm saving you, idiot! Go! Go!
I write these lines with a steady hand and a light heart. We are in Acre now, Sophia and I. With the 5 Masyaf keys in our possession.
Yeah, you got a lot of 16. Oh yeah,
time in
like
the world.
he goes like from crazy, like
traveler,
let's live in the same body
so far
together.
from home.
Yeah, you're right. That probably won't work.
Tomorrow we will make our way to Masyaf.
I like you, Subject 17. I'm gonna save you. Give you a good old bear hug and push you into
Forgive the shortness
portal.
of this letter, dear sister. For it is late, and we are tired. Perhaps, with luck, the next words you hear from me will be in person. Con affetto, Ezio.
Ah, back to Macias again. Very weird. We never got to see Ezio's sister. Well, I would imagine she's probably leading the assassins in Italy at the moment, since Ezio's not there. So I'd imagine there wouldn't really be a way for us to see her, unless you're talking about the ending, like him going back to Italy, which it could have been done, but I don't know what the developers' mindset is for not doing that. But
such a climb.
As you made the climb in a corset.
È così bello qui. This is where your order began?
It began thousands of years ago, but here it was reborn.
By the man you mentioned, Altair?
Altair ibn La'ahad. He built us up and set us free. He saw the folly of keeping a castle like this. It had become a symbol of arrogance and a beacon for all our enemies.
And the mandate for menacing hoods? Was that his idea as well? You mentioned a creed before. What is it?
Nothing is true. Everything is permitted.
That is rather cynical.
It would be if it were doctrine, but it is merely an observation of the nature of reality. To say that nothing is true is to realize that the foundations of society are fragile, and that we must be the shepherds of our own civilization. To say that everything is permitted is to understand that we are the architects of our actions, and that we must live with their consequences, whether glorious or tragic.
Do you regret your decision to live as an assassin for so long?
I do not remember making that decision. This life, it chose me. For 3 decades, I have served the memory of my father and my brothers.
Nothing is true and everything
and
is
fought for
permitted.
those who have suffered the pain of injustice. I do not regret those years, but it is time to live for myself and let them go. To let go of all of this.
Then let go. You will not fall far.
I don't think this is much of a spoiler at this point, but for those of you guys who are tuning in and may not know who Sofia is, that's Ezio's wife. If you guys get the collection edition, there is a short, I think it's like 20 some minutes long. It shows Ezio in his twilight years with Sofia. They get married, they actually have a child, and he leaves the Assassin Order, like he's retired. And the focus of the story, like I'm not gonna spoil it for you guys if you guys haven't watched it, but one of the lead character from Assassin's Creed Chronicles China goes to Ezio for advice, and Ezio at the time he's like, I don't want to hear it, leave me alone, I'm done with it, I just want to retire and peel oranges. So just letting you guys know.
The end of the road.
What do you hope to find behind that door?
Knowledge, above all else. Altair was a profound man and a prolific writer. He built this place as a repository for all his wisdom. He saw many things in his life, and learned many secrets, both troubling and strange. Knowledge that would drive lesser men to despair.
Does that worry you?
Oh.
Sofia, you should know by now that I am not a lesser man.
Ezio.
Okay, so this one goes here. That one does not go there. Okay, that one goes there. And it makes kind of a sense that it's an eagle.
You had better come out of there alive.
I plan to.
Although you kind of, well, I'm not gonna spoil it. It's a pretty awesome moment. We got to get a big revelation.
books. No wisdom. Just you, fratello mio.
This is where men cried.
Requiescat in pace, Altair.
The last disc.
You have seen to my books.
Yes. Some we sent with the Polos. The rest will go with me to Alexandria.
Good. Very good.
Father, I do not understand. Why did you build a library if you did not intend to keep your books?
You should go. When the Mongols return, Masyaf must be empty.
I see. This is not a library at all. It is a vault.
It must stay hidden, Darim. Far from eager hands. At least until it has passed on the secret it contains.
What secret?
Go, son. Go be with your family. And live well.
All that is good in me began with you, Father.
Not really so much as a vault as it is more like a tomb. It gets explained what.
Much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow.
What does it tell you? What do you see?
I mean, it's going to get explained why he did this, but I'll explain it at the end.
Their rise and their fall.
But what happens to us, Altair? To our family? What does the apple say?
Who were the ones who came before? What brought them here? How long ago?
Get rid of that thing!
This is my duty, Maria.
Maria? Where are you? Where is she?
Gone, Father. You do not remember? She's gone.
If you are asked, say I sent the apple away. Tell them I sent it to Cyprus, or Cipango, or that I dropped it into the sea. Tell them anything to keep men away from this place. This apple must not be found. Not until the time is right.
Okay, so it is kind of a vault, but also it's his tomb. Best edition I could never ask for.
Another artifact. No. You will stay here. I have seen enough for one life. Desmond?
He's talking to me?
I heard your name once before, Desmond. A long time ago. And now it lingers in my mind, like an image from an old dream. I do not know where you are, or by what means you can hear me. But I know you are listening. I have lived my life as best I could, not knowing its purpose, but drawn forward like a moth to a distant moon. And here at last, I discover a strange truth. That I am only a conduit for a message that eludes my understanding. Who are we, who have been so blessed, to share our stories like this? To speak across centuries. Maybe you will answer all the questions I have asked. Maybe you will be the one to make all this suffering worth something in the end. Now, listen.
Do you hear me, Cypher?
Jupiter.
Can you see me? Ah, there you are. Good. A strange place, this nexus of time. I am not used to the calculations. That has always been Minerva's domain. I see you still have many questions. Who were we? What became of us? What do we desire of you? You will have your answers. Only listen, and I will tell you how. Both before the end and after, we sought to save the world. We built vaults within which to work, each dedicated to a different method of salvation. They were placed underground to avoid the war which raged above, and also as a precaution should we fail in our efforts. Each vault's knowledge was transmitted to a single place. It was our duty, mine, Minerva's, and Juno's, to sort and sample all that was collected. We chose those solutions which held the most promise, and devoted ourselves to testing their merits. 6 we tried in succession, each more encouraging than the last, but none worked. And then the world ended.
You know, I'm really impressed that they used the solar flare theory as the reason why the world ends. Because that is actually a scientific theory, as how the Earth will die. Is please forgive me, I'm not a scientist, so I might get this wrong. I suppose the electrical force field around our planet will weaken and a solar flare will be big enough to cook the planet.
The earth shook for days, the fires burned for weeks, and when the ash had settled, less than 10,000 of your kind still lived, and far fewer of ours. But we carried on, together, to rebuild, to renew. Listen, you must go there, to the place where we labored and lost. Take my words. Pass them from your head into your hands. That is how you will open the way. But be warned, much still remains in flux, and I do not know how things will end, either in my time or yours.
Wait, look, his vitals are stabilizing. Something's happening. He's moving.
Desmond, can you hear me? Son?
I know what we need to do.
Assassin's Creed 3, Assassin's Creed 3, leak confirmed. Well, we won't be going to Assassin's Creed quite yet. We still have the lost archives to do. So, because I don't think it got thoroughly explained, like why Altair was just locked in that tomb. He could have easily just left the apple there, and that was it. There was more to it than that. I don't think he was guarding it. Like I said, it was more not just a vault; it was a tomb. Is that he had so much knowledge from the apple that he was also a risk himself. So along with the apple, he sealed himself away. And I think that apple was not just any apple. I think it was like, what do they call it? I'm trying to remember. It's a sword term. I can't remember the name of it. I want to say Premium Forge. I think that's wrong, but essentially it's like the superior version of the sword before they created a second one. And I think that's it. I think that's like the master app, which is why it was glowing orange versus like the rest of them, they glow a little yellow, but that one was actually full on orange. So I think that was like the master apple, which is why it was probably the most potent and most powerful of all of them. is why it was sealed away. Revelation is a really good game, and there is a lot of revelations that happen in Assassin's Creed. Well, as the name states, revelations. A lot of answers, a lot of things get answered in the game. But, you know, at the end of all these Assassin's Creed games, I'm still left with the question: what will happen next? Where will Assassin's Creed go next? But you know what? As the credits roll, I will be right back. I do know what happened to William Miles after Assassin's Creed 3, but I will reveal that after Assassin's Creed 3. I wonder if I have Liberations too. Because if Liberations is on my copy of Assassin's Creed 3, then we'll be going through a Liberation. Indeed. It is. Ezio is still one of my favorite series to play in. I mean, they had such awesome characters in these series. Like in the first Assassin's Creed 2, we had Ezio, Barto, Mario, Volpe, Leonardo da Vinci, which he probably should have been my first name, but just going off of my list. Pola, so many more, but Balto is one of my favorite characters. I wish there was like a character just like Balto, but although Yosef was kind of like a mix of Balto his own. It's kind of his own character, but I think it was a really bold move when they did Revelations. Instead of staying with, with Italy and hammering out another Italian, they took Ezio and put him into another location, Constantinople. And his motivation was just I wanted to find out more about Altair and my order. He wasn't seeking to eliminate Templars. It's obviously the axiom of treasure hunting is there's always a second person looking for the treasure. And each Assassin's Creed game, aside from Unity, kind of had their own. It's kind of like Baskin-Robbins, 31 flavors. Each Assassin's Creed game has their own flavor and their own charm. Each one is individual, but each one is delicious, except for Unity. Each one got different. Each one got better. Each one had something different to bring to the table. Assassin's Creed 3 took place during the American Revolution, where you follow the path of Connor, who is more of a stoic. We returned from the charismatic character to more of a stoic character. Assassin's Creed Black Flag, we follow Edward Kenway, Connor's grandfather, who follows in, I think I've already said all this before, but I'll say it again. Took place during the colonial age, the time before everything was put together. A lot of the places were divided. Were still just islands. The height of piracy, and then we have Bayek. I think it's the next game. No, it was Syndicate, but Origins, and then Odyssey, and then Valhalla, which I haven't played on Valhalla yet. I can't wait to play it. And I realized what those portals were at the top. If you collect all 100 data fragments, those open up. I think it opened up each time you collect a certain amount. Like if you collect 30, you open one, and then 50 or so on, you open up each one. It becomes kind of like a separate memory that you can explore, but I didn't collect all the fragments. I mean, there's a lot of data fragments to collect, and that takes a while. But I still think, us having a Russian Assassin's Creed or China, Japan. I know there's a lot of people who want to have a China-Japan Assassin's Creed. And I remember one time at E3 that he said he didn't want to do it because so many games out there. They just didn't want to make Assassin's Creed with an oversaturated genre. Kind of like how zombie video games have kind of dropped out of the public eye because there's just so many. Every character had their own personality. Exactly. I mean, don't get me wrong. Each character in Assassin's Creed 3 had their own personality. I mean, I like Achilles. He kind of reminds me of like a Yoda. Sorry, you guys are going to probably get a lot of Star Wars reference probably for a while on my streams because I've just been watching way too much Star Wars stuff. But it is a really good comparison because Yoda, like, even like when he was on Dagobah as a really old guy, kind of just like at the twilight of his life, he's like, eh. He was very funny, very kooky, but as like when he was the Grand Master of the Jedi, he always had a way of making a joke, some kind of joke. Or another example that's not Star Wars would be Ninja Turtles. He's kind of like Splinter, where Splinter is very, it works. Where Splinter is very serious toned, but one of my favorite things about the old Ninja Turtles, and still, to my opinion, are still the most superior Ninja Turtle movies out there, still. And that's saying something. Those movies are probably, what, 20, 30 years old now? And they're still outpaced the new Ninja Turtles movies. My favorite part of the movie is at the very end, because Splinter would never make a joke. And he, like one of the most iconic ones I remember was in Ninja Turtles 2, where they get back, he puts the lampshade on his head, and he goes, and they're all laughing because he's goofing off, and his comic line is, ha 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 ha, I have made up another funny. But I definitely liked Achilles' character, and the guy who voice acted for it was absolutely amazing. Did an amazing job. Like, for instance, I remember the scene, like, in Assassin's Creed 3, where Connor takes a hatchet that his friend brought him, and puts it into Achilles' house, and Achilles looks at it, he's like, what have you done? He says, well, in our people, when we have begun war, a hatchet is thrown into a post, and when the war is over, it is removed. I'm like, but that's my house! I built this house and you put a notch in it! Come on! Look at it! You know? I mean, that's not what Achilles said in the scene, but you know he was thinking it. Like, go a little ways down the road. There's a perfectly nice tree there. Why did you have to put it into my house? But I still hold firm to the belief, like, every Assassin's Creed, like, there's plenty of problems with each Assassin's Creed game, but it seems like they learned from it and they adapted and made those corrections and made it better each iteration. Like Assassin's Creed 3 was like the first time we were introduced to different types of combat, parkour. You could even string up enemies, kind of like Batman. And I really liked the trade system. Like they completely got rid of the bank system, which I felt like since Assassin's Creed 2 that it really broke the game. Like once you go through and buy all the properties, you pretty much have infinite money. You're never gonna hurt for money. Achilles in this time thought Connor was going to break his house, right? Go all Paul Bunyan. Oops. It's okay, I have a hut that is behind the house. You're not invited. But, like I was saying, is the bank system kind of broke broke the economy of the game. Because, granted, you don't have to buy the properties at all. But, I mean, you could go and try just to earn the cash through pickpocketing and stuff like that, but it's just kind of how the game is you're supposed to buy the properties, and that really did break the economy, because you can get to a ridiculous amount of money quickly. So in Assassin's Creed 3, you know, they took that out. I don't remember if there was a bank system, like you can just deposit money. I don't remember if that was a fact. I know you could upgrade your homestead, which would give you, I think it gives you can earn money, but not to the extent of buy house, infinite money, right? If only that worked in real life. I don't remember. I remember you can get upgrades for the homestead and kind of rebuild it, you know, make it nicer. But I don't remember if there's actually anything that would actually just keep on giving you money. I think you had to, if you wanted money, you had to go hunting. You had to trade in the hides to get money. So you actually had to go and do something to actually earn yourself money in Assassin's Creed 3. And they kind of capitalized that even further with Assassin's Creed Syndicate and Black Flag and Syndicate. If it's that simple to have infinite money in real life, we wouldn't have to worry about anything, right? Excuse me, sir, how much is that? Oh, that? $250,000. Okay! Shoot, if I had infinite money, I'd probably get myself an Iron Man suit. I just go to work and just like, morning, fellas. Or a Batmobile. Although I'd probably choose the Iron Man suit because I actually get the vibe, but Batmobile is pretty awesome now. Or the Batwing. Although I had to figure out which Batwing I was. There's been so many iterations of the Batwing though. If you go back to like, well, Adam West didn't really have a Batwing. He had a back option. In reality, the house was like 4 cents after he died by talking about 4 million, right? But I don't know. I think I would probably go with, you know what? I would go with the Batman Beyond, because that was like the Batmobile / Batwing. It was 2 in 1. That would be my ride. And not to mention, that's actually one of my favorite bat suits. And probably the only Batman TV show, like animated TV show that didn't suck. Because I think it was after Batman Beyond, it was Batman Brave and Bold. And I did not like it. I felt they just they were trying to merge two genres. Even better, I'm buying Robin. What, Robin's motorcycle or the Robin suit? Alright, so we are done with the game. So we're gonna quit this and move on to the other part. Lost Archive. Batman's sidekick. Well, in Batman Beyond, there was no sidekick. Although you could argue that Terry was actually Robin in that case. And Batman was like the voice behind him. In the end is only the beginning. Alright, 2 seconds, guys. I have to answer this question. I got no body! Wait, this ain't the same island. I don't even have a shadow. Oh no, I got a shadow. Phew.
So, we're in agreement. Reach your goal, then get out of there.
But I don't want to reach my goal.
The Lord is my shepherd. I lack nothing. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. He refreshes my soul. He guides me along the right paths for his name's sake. Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows. Surely your goodness and love will follow me all the day.
I feel 16 was such a better character than Desmond.
And then we all got up and marked our favorite dots on the board. I'm going to be an astronaut, Dad.
Did you hear your son? The kid wants to be a spaceman.
Who doesn't want to live on the moon?
Play Kazmarek? Few are offered the opportunity I now give you.
Kazmarek. So this is supposed to be 3 hours long. I wonder if this is going to be a monologue.
Prove yourself, novice, and you will be one of us.
Oh, wait, that's Miles' dad. I'm not worthy. Oh, that's not fair. I mean, this is what this whole segment's gonna be. I may not play this because this is... not what I was expecting. I knew that was gonna happen. clear the way to go. I would have watched a mini-movie from this instead. Yeah, I mean... clearly I'm supposed to go up this way, but I can't jump that high. Oh, that works. If I complete this segment, I think I'm just gonna call it, because this is not what I want to do. If I want to play something like this, I'll play Portal.
Together we will defend the free will of humanity from those who would steal it.
Ability activated.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm good. The issue here is the movement as well. Yeah, I mean, one, I'm not, like, I think we're supposed to be subject 16, but one, I can't see 16. Two, there's no real interaction from 16. We just hear William talking. So no, I'm good. Alright guys, so that concludes Assassin's Creed Revelations, which thus ends the the Assassin's Creed Ezio collection. So tomorrow, I don't know if it's going to be tomorrow or on tomorrow, because I might have something to take care of tomorrow. But if I don't end up having to do anything tomorrow, it will jump right on to Assassin's Creed 3. Assassin's Creed 3, I know there's collectibles, and that one I haven't played for quite a while. I played a little bit of it for the 4th of July one year, but that's about it. So depending on what goes on in the game, I know there's a ring that makes you bulletproof. I'll probably go for that. I don't know what, as far as the side quests goes. We'll be doing, if there are side quests, we'll probably end up doing those. I don't think there's really much, like, as far as armor goes. We'll see. We'll definitely have to see. If Liberation is available, I sure will be there. I look forward to you being there. You guys are the ones that make make doing all of this worthwhile. And then after that, we'll be on. Well, like I said, depends on if Liberation is on. I'll check that after the stream, see if I have Liberation or not. Because I actually don't have to plug in Assassin's Creed 3, because I already have Assassin's Creed 3 for free, even though I already have the game. So So then after that, Black Flag, Syndicate, then on to Origins. Origins is probably going to take me a while to go through because it's more of an RPG Assassin's Creed than it is just an Assassin's Creed. Although it is pretty fun. But that is it, guys, for the Ezio collection. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you guys so much for coming by. You guys are number ones. Absolutely amazing. Thank you guys so much. Hope you guys are all having a Wookiee-tastic day. And I'll see you all on our next adventure. Till next time, see y'all later.